Plaintiff Bridget Resnecki and her brother Michael don't know the defendant, but say Bridget was a victim of his negligence. Bridget claims the defendant was driving drunk when he ran into her car and almost hit Michael and her nephew. She's suing for an insurance deductible and punitive damages. Defendant Gary Enriquez admits that he was driving drunk on the night of the accident and says he is extremely remorseful. However, Gary believes Bridget is suing him for more than he owes.
Tell me what's going on.
On July 11th, 2011, my brother and my nephew were almost struck by a drunk driver. I was babysitting.
Were or almost?
Almost. Almost struck. I was babysitting my nephew for the weekend. My brother had came to pick him up, and I heard a loud crash after he left my house and him screaming, "Call 911, call 911." So I go running outside in my pajamas with 911 on the phone, still not knowing what had happened. I see a domino effect of cars in front of my house and my brother and my nephew standing there. The lady, the 911 operator, is asking me if we need ambulance or if we need paramedics. And I see Gary slumped over the wheel, so I wasn't sure. Then all of a sudden he pops up. He starts trying to, I guess, reverse, but instead he's excelling into my car. So my brother throws the door open and he's like, stop, what are you doing? And then Gary gets out of the car. He's like, everything's okay. He starts trying to push his car backwards. And I still had no idea what had really happened at that point. And my car was essentially pushed up onto my neighbor's car. So I had walked away for a little while and I had went and told my neighbor that I was on top of their car. While I was gone, I noticed that Gary was kind of walking away. So I was worried that he was about to run. I tell my brother, I think he's taking off. And he was really just walking. There was another police car that was coming up the street unrelated to our incident. And he was kind of surrendering himself to that police officer who had no idea what was going on.
Was anyone hurt?
No, nobody was hurt unless he was hurt.
Thank God.
Yes.
All right, let me hear from you, sir.
Well, first I would like to start off by apologizing sincerely to the plaintiff, Bridget. I'm really seriously apologize. I know that I'm lucky to be here today, and I could have taken somebody else's life, maybe like your brother was walking, but...
Good, glad to hear some remorse. What happened?
Well, first I was at a party with a couple friends. I had a couple too many drinks, and I was taking my friend home, which was down the street, just the next block from her house, and I turned left and I just ran into her car. I was actually trying to play music onto my phone from my car, and I just crashed into her car.
All right, so why are you here today?
I'm here today because she is suing me for $2,000,
right.
But I actually think I should just be paying the $1,000 deductible.
Okay.
Not the punitive damages I did.
Not punitive damages?
Plaintiff Bridget Resnecki and her brother Michael say the defendant was driving drunk when he ran into Bridget's car and nearly hit Michael and his son.
Ma'am?
Well, I have 3 children, and for the 2 days after this had happened, my kids missed summer camp, I missed class, I had no way of getting around. It took 1 month for the insurance to even cut me a check, and then they cut me a check minus the $1,000 deductible, and then even after getting the money, it took me another month before I even found a car. So for 2 months, I was taking the bus and borrowing whoever's vehicle that I could borrow to get my kids around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, there are inconveniences associated with accidents, and this was an accident. Punitive damages occurred when the act was malicious, meaning it wasn't an accident. They intended to do it to somehow hurt you financially, hurt you physically, hurt you emotionally, taking revenge against you. So this was an accident. He didn't intend to hit these cars. He was drunk. And so I can't grant you punitive damages because it doesn't fit under that category. Now, if you'll show me or give me something indicating that you had to pay an expense as a result of this accident, then I can grant compensatory damages, and that means compensate you for any other financial loss you suffered. Do you want to estimate how much you paid in bus tickets?
Say maybe around $20.
Okay. Did you have to pay into these people to use their cars? You would have to have paid for gas anyway.
Yeah.
So nothing extra. $1,020. Have a good day. That's your judgment.
Yeah, I'm really, really sorry. Like, I didn't mean to do it on purpose or anything like that. I really do apologize for that.
That could have went a lot worse too, because you could have killed him.
Yeah,
You guys, he was crossing the street with a 4-year-old child. You could have taken them out, and you didn't even remember that because I spoke to you after. So
I know.
you were.
You learned your lesson.